In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down my crypto profit taking strategy, and it's probably going to be a little bit different than you may think. And the reason why is because there are so many different moving pieces when it comes to taking profit in cryptocurrency, especially in portfolios like mine where I have a balance of cryptocurrency HODLs as well as DeFi positions that are generating me cash flow every single day. So the first sector of my portfolio that I want to go ahead and talk about is going to be my HODLs. Now I'm doing something a little bit different with my HODLs. I'm maximizing their efficiency. I'm putting them up as collateral on lending and borrowing platforms, and I'm borrowing cryptocurrency assets against them. And typically those cryptocurrency assets that I borrow right now are going to be stable coins. But if I borrow at like a 30% loan to value ratio, that's relatively safe in my opinion, because I don't have to worry about getting liquidated unless the market crashes about 66%, which I am not expecting from here on out. Then I typically take those stable coins and I inject them into my DeFi positions, or I usually inject them back into HODLs. One or the other basically. But if I inject those back into my DeFi positions, due to the fact that I like to be somewhat debt free and not to have a lot of leverage, and I like to take a safe approach when I'm doing that, I'm using the income generated from my DeFi positions to pay down the debt, to pay down the stable coins that I borrowed basically. Now what this allows me to do is maximize my HODL exposure, make sure that I still have exposure to all the cryptocurrency assets I want to hold, but I'm also producing income indirectly off of those HODLs because I'm borrowing stablecoins. I borrowed stablecoins, I created a cash flowing asset with those stablecoins, and now I'm using the cash flow from that asset to pay back my debt. Now if you guys are experienced at all in investing into traditional investments, you'll know that this sounds exactly like real estate. You borrow money for a house, you buy a house, that house generates you cash flow, and you use that cash flow to pay off your borrow basically. It's exactly what I'm doing here with DeFi, except I'm maximizing my income from my collateral, and I'm borrowing against collateral as opposed to taking out an uncollateralized loan basically. And then I also have the other sector of my portfolio, which is just strictly DeFi positions, and a lot of the times these positions over here are going to be HODL positions. And what I mean by that is I'm trying to maximize the income that I'm generating off of them, yes, but it's not my main priority. My main priority is growth, meaning that if assets rise 5 to 10x, I'm also rising 5 to 10x. That's exactly where correlated liquidity pools come into play. I'm investing into assets that I want to have exposure to, that I want to capture gains on, but they are most likely correlated with each other, therefore meaning they rise and fall together. I minimize my divergence loss, and then of course I produce income off of them. Now right now these positions are doing 120% per year, but typically they will do about 90% per year. It's just the market is picking up like crazy, and there's a lot of volume in the market right now, which is why I'm able to collect a lot more money off of them. But whenever the market is high, what I'm doing is I'm taking the income from those DeFi positions and I'm putting it into stable coins basically. So that income does not get compounded, it gets put into stable coins. And if I wanted to, I could sell those stable coins, put it in my bank account, so that way I can actually start taking profit right now, which is something I do plan on doing towards the end of this bull market. In probably about 6 months by now, I'm going to be taking the income from my DeFi positions and selling it to stablecoins and putting those stablecoins in my bank account. And the reason why is because I'm expecting that we're going to last another 10 months or so in the market that we're currently in. Therefore, meaning in about 6 months, I want to take all that income and start to put it into stablecoins. So that way, if I don't hit my exit perfectly, well, guess what? I had a bunch of income that I produced that makes up for any difference between, what I exited at and not hitting my perfect exit. And obviously the exit strategy on these HODLs is try to hit my perfect exit and just sell whenever I'm happy with the gains that I've got and not look back once I sell. Because if I look back, I'm going to hate myself, might make irrational decisions, and we do not want to do that, right? If I sell at say 150K, and that's what Bitcoin is at, right? As an overall indicator, and then maybe Bitcoin goes to 175K, I need to be happy that I sold here and happy that I invested maybe down here at 50K or down here at 30K, right? And the reason why is because we can't look back, we can only look forward. We sold at 150K instead of going up to 175K and maybe waiting for it to retrace down to 100K, right? So we have to look at it that way basically. My goal with these HODLs is to exit at one point in time and take my profits, right? I don't have any crazy strategy there, just going to try to sell at the right time in the market. And when I do sell, I am not going to look back. As far as my DeFi positions go, I will essentially do the same exact thing. I will sell at the right time in the market, but leading up to that right time in the market, I'm taking the income that I'm producing from those DeFi positions, selling it into stablecoins and taking those stablecoins as profit. And then of course, what I'm going to do is enter into different cryptocurrency to stablecoin liquidity positions as opposed to correlated assets. The reason why is because with crypto to stable positions, these ones actually sell you as the price goes up because people are buying your crypto and giving you stablecoins. Therefore, if we're in say BTC to USD, well, as the price goes up, we are losing exposure to BTC and we are gaining exposure to USD. Now, in this example, this might be something like WBTC to USDC or something along those lines. But But with that being said, running a strategy like this allows me to, number one, dollar cost average out of the market, but number two, also earn income as I'm dollar cost averaging out of the market, therefore meaning that I am earning fees instead of actually paying those fees. So this is another strategy that I will be executing on this bull run and actually taking profit through. So when we go to my overall exit strategy, it is pretty simple, right? Taking profits. The first thing I do is I take profits from my income, right? The income that I'm generating from my positions, I'm taking those as profits. Now, if I want to take profits right now, I would be selling that income into my bank account. Now, what I'm doing right now is selling it into stablecoins, but waiting for dips and reinvesting on those dips so I can maximize my exposure to this bull run. But if I wanted to take profits, that would be the first measure of taking profits. The second thing that I'm going to do is start to shift into cryptocurrency to stablecoin positions and out of correlated positions. This will, number one, reduce my market exposure, but number two, dollar cost average me out of cryptocurrency assets. And then number three, the next thing that I'm going to do is sell. And I'm just going to try to sell at a good price. Anything that I have left over that's remaining that hasn't got sold through the cryptocurrency to stablecoin positions. And that's where I exit the market. And I will probably be entirely into stablecoins. And from there, I will run my bear market strategy where essentially I am market neutral. I am not taking on exposure to cryptocurrency assets, at least not taking on direct exposure to cryptocurrency assets. And I will still be earning roughly probably about 40% APR realistically, which is still a solid APR for only having exposure to USD basically when we're using derivatives and stablecoins as well as lending and borrowing platforms. So this right here is my profit taking strategy. If you guys have any questions about it, make sure to drop a like, subscribe when notifications turned on, but let me know down below in the comment section. And if you guys are looking to dive into DeFi, build out your portfolio and create your own profit taking strategy along with your just overall general strategy for this cryptocurrency market, we have something called DeFi Excel, and I'm going to leave the link right below this video so you guys can check it out. It's not a crazy expensive course or anything along those lines. It's about $1 per day, and we're basically bundling all of the education resources that we have, including courses, PDF documents, with our inner circle community and connections directly to my team, and bringing in an interactive roadmap that you can follow so that way you can achieve passive income on your cryptocurrency assets and run a strategy like this. So again, if you have about $1 per day, you might as well get started learning. And if you believe that you're missing out on more than $1 per day, this is most definitely a good opportunity for you. I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace out.